the biggest surf shops in the world are right across the street on Main Street. You can see the Walk of Fame. All the legends come down to watch who's going to be the breakthrough performer to take this one all the way. Last year it was Felipe Toledo getting his second title here at the U.S. Open.
Tom Curran, Mark Okalupa, those are the events that I was watching back home, just so impressed and inspired. Watching
that smooth style from Mason Ho now, heading for the pier. He's going to get out of there quickly before the pilings creep up on him. If the pilings are coming up, he'll try to probably give it a high five on the way through.
I was about to say, he just reminds me of a cat, always landing on his feet.
Big bottom turn for Luel Felipe. Already a couple of hacks on the back end. Setup work. Squares it up off the lip again, and we'll sneak out of there, running out of room by the pier. Let's see what Mason did here, Ro.
Yeah, let's get another look at this. I mean, that first turn, eyeballing this section, great hit, and then has to press eject, but head first for that pylon. So Mason Ho, I mean, you never know what that kid is going to do. Going head first into the pier, I don't think that was in his theory when he was standing on that wave. And Timothee Bisso, I love the compact approach from this kid. He's going to set this place on fire.
So quick in transition. Get back to that in a moment with some action in this sea. Timothee Bisso coming from the pier bowl right here, Rosie.
Yeah, this is one of the first and rare rights that we've seen ridden this morning, and ridden so well. Just mentioned that compact approach and the quickness through the transition. So linking that wave really well. Great way to start off this round for him.
Yeah, now more waves on the way. Mason, below tail, he'll get a little bit hung up, so he's out of there. Still swinging on the back end. Inaba from Japan. Now through the flats without a problem. Inaba just sneaking in a backside turn. Fades it again, and small wave footwork. Impressive for Inaba just to earn that finish.
Definitely. We appreciate the energy and the fact that we have waves on offer today, and it's just the fact of making the most of it.
Starting off a little backside hammer off the top was Luel Felipe, trying to push it even harder on the end section. But before that, it was Alejo Muniz taking the title for Brazil in 2013. Now Mason picking off a left into the pier. Nice casual backhand work, just getting a couple of turns off. Hanging in there for a reform.
Let's get another look at that. So you mentioned that casual approach. Just trying to read the intricacies of this wave. 2 hits on the outside section for Mason. Some solid surfing. Just to mention the factors that are coming into play right now. You've seen a lot of guys just kind of bobble on the rail. Good turn there.
Nice clean off the top for Inaba. If you get conditions like this with that southeast, nice deep south forecast we have from Surfline, seeing all these running lefts into the pier, as we see that big number again from Luel Felipe.
Yeah, you know, that's where you can kind of put that score into context. It's that big vertical approach that he just leans into, a bigger set wave for him, and then just backs it right up and sets those fins free. So that's where that number's coming into play for him. That's why that is the best wave of the heat so far. The size, the
Hendrickson in second, as now we continue to work our through the round of 112 athletes. Coming back with live action from Luel Felipe. A couple of solid backside hooks in motion to try to improve on a 4.0.
Starts out with that flat section, but keeps his timing intact to get that third maneuver in. So really impressive
in this contest. That was one of the more scary roads to the final in history of the event, as we see another running left for Timothee Bisso. How quick is this athlete off the bottom and off the top? Only needs a 2.9 to move into the top 2 there.
Yeah, scary photos of her in a neck brace on a stretcher, but let's get a quick look at that 2-hit wonder from Timothee. So
with 6:50 to go, an opportunity for Mason Ho. Great bottom turn, big connection off the roof for his first backside snap. He's going to end up on the north end. And he'll still get scored as long as he's visible to the panel. They can see him through the pilings there, but he didn't really get too much.
First turn, let's get another browse at this thing, but strong bottom turn. That's what I like. That approach of that bottom turn just sets him up for a tight connection with the lip. And this is shooting the pier right here, but doesn't quite find that connection that he was looking for.
Back to live action with Bisso. Driving off the lip, little blow tail off the roof again. Just a nice, compact, speedy competitor. Reminds you of a lot of great goofy foot performances we've had here, from Machado to Kalani Robb, real springy off the bottom. Another goofy foot up now with Rio Inaba. Couple of rooftop turns and now hoping for the reform. Inaba in the 4th spot now, so needs a 7.54. He's one of the most accomplished surfers in US Open history. How about Bisso?
Yeah, wanting to hold on to that 2nd place position.
So with Luel having priority over Mason, he could take this wave from him, and he's going to do that. Mason's trying to surf through it with 90 seconds. Mason's going to get an interference here, Ro.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Mason just maybe displaying a little bit of frustration, or maybe he's looking at the priority buoy now, but that was a blatant priority interference.
Now next wave for Timothee. Backside snap, nice and tight. Got to see a lot of speedy little left-handers from Timothee earlier in the heat. Now seeing his backhand form. Just as solid.
He wants it, Joe.
He earned that reform. Still some room to move, and he crushes the inside corner. That wasn't even worthy.
So let's have a look at this priority interference. Luel Felipe had that priority over Mason Ho. Decided to flex it on that wave, but Mason just not adhering to the priority rule there.
And then also Timothee on the backhand here, Ro.
Yeah, good to see his well-rounded approach. We've seen him on his forehand. Good to get a glimpse on his backhand too.
And now Rio Inaba going down on the final effort to turn this one around. So Timothee looking safe in that 2nd spot. Luel Felipe still out in front. 10 seconds on the clock here. And Mason, unfortunately, getting the interference at the end of the heat. He was still chasing a big number. He knew it there. He's going to stay in 4th. Inaba in 3rd. And Luel Felipe, Timothee Bisso from Guadeloupe, will be moving on into the round of 96. They'll be taking on some of the biggest names here at the Vans US Open of Surfing.